That's a bird over there. Assalamu alaikum, my peeps. Today's message is be humble. Yeah, that is the message of today. It's quite a short one. Be humble in every situation that life, throws at you. Of course, it is indeed a test from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So it is very important to be humble, right? So what does it mean to be humble? Well, let's break it down. To me, being humble is like this. It's like a lot of characteristics, like just mushed up into this one word, right? To be humble to me is to be kind to others, to be kind to animals, to be kind to the planet, to be kind to yourself, to be respectful, to be someone who wants to actually do good in this world, not cause corruption, right? Like their actions are not ill-intended. So is that the word? Like your actions don't have an ill intent. Like your intent is always like for the good, for the benefit of others, and for the benefit of for the benefit of others, the planets, the animals. And then the other one is this is very important. It's also like being like oh, such a cute bird. Sorry, I got distracted. And it's also being aware that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is everywhere, and so therefore you are able to control your emotions, you are able to control situations, because as we all know, it is written, right? I do believe in the Quran that you should not be backbiters, that you should not do acts of malice. Is that the word of malice? Like evil acts, right? Evil doings, right? And like you go in, let's say you can't have like ill intentions. That is what I'm saying. You can't go to a situation where you know trouble can be caused. Like you can't go to that specific place that you just know that is no good, and yet you still go. Why are you doing that? Like, do you know what I mean? So that intention right there was not a good intention, because you knew that place was gonna cause you trouble. You knew that certain people, they're not people who you communicate with and expect them to be kind to you. So they might get you mad, but you still go there. Now, why'd you do that? And so that is what being humble means to me. And it's just really, really, it's quite a lot of things. But most importantly, being humble in your comfort zone and outside your comfort zone is what we should all reach. So you are humble in outside your comfort zone. So you go outside and you're kind to everybody. You say assalamu alaikum to everybody. You greet them with a smile, and it's so nice and sweet. And then you go home, and you're bitter. Like, no, that right there, no good. You have to be humble in and out. So you go home and you're humble, you astaghfirullah, you say you're sorry, you ask for forgiveness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with this humbleness, because you're vulnerable. You're always vulnerable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when you realize that you are vulnerable and that you are weak, that's even better, because you're now you know this. Allah knows you are this, but sometimes we don't know that, and we have to be aware that we are. So when we are aware of that, the forgiveness it's really truly it comes from the heart. Acknowledge that you're weak. Acknowledge that you're not strong at all without the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when you're humble like that, it brings such abundance, because you actually genuinely mean it. You actually genuinely mean it. When you go and you pray, you actually, and you make dua for forgiveness, right? you actually mean it, because you're acknowledging that you are weak, that you are human, that you make mistakes, that that you did this, that you did that, and you actually mean it. That is very good. So that's why I mean, that's why, sorry, I keep stuttering. that's what I um that's what I mean by being humble in and out of your comfort zone. That right there can take a time, but as long as your goal is that, and you ask for strength, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then I'm sure you will reach that. It's okay, nothing is impossible, because as long as you have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you actually do what you are supposed to do, you do your 5 prayers a day, you the zakat, you go to the mosque on Fridays, you say your dhikr, is that how you say that, throughout the day, the remembrance, and you always ask for forgiveness from the heart, and you stay away from things that can get you into trouble, because sometimes it is not like we are going to do that, but we go in situations where we know that we are going to do that, that right there, that's even more, like, to me, that's even more bad,